Hey guys, it's Chris Game World here, and I'm here to show you how to make and use all sorts of armor stands in Minecraft, as well as changing their positions, holding weapons, making smaller versions, invisible versions, ones that don't fall, and yeah, generally how to make them. So let's start off with the craft anyway. So what you need is 6 sticks and a stone slab. This is the craft. So you need 2 sticks at the bottom, and in the middle a stone slab, then a stick, then 3 sticks right at the top. So if you guys don't know how to make a stone slab as well, it's 3 bits of stone in a line, and you should get 6 slabs out. Okay, so let's just quickly start off with putting armor and taking armor off. So what you need is simply, if you wanted to take a bit of armor off, you need an empty hand, right click on it and you have it off, and then to put items back on, you just simply right click back on it. Okay, so let's start off with the ones with swords. Just going to be plain and simple, not going to be in any position, just simply have a sword. So what you need to do is do /summon, then you want to type in ArmorStand, no spaces, capital A and capital S. You need then 3 of these kind of like squiggly lines, then a wiggle bracket, and put inside show arms with a capital S and a capital A, then you need :1 like that. If you hit enter, then you have a armor stand with arms. So to put a sword on, it's exactly the same, just simply right click onto it and you can place the sword onto it. I think this is awesome. I think they look a lot better with arms rather than without, and I kind of hope it'd be cool if there was a way you can kind of craft arms onto it. That'd be awesome. Okay, so next of all we're going to show you how to make the small one. It's pretty much exactly the same, do exactly the same command. So if you've just done it, you can click up and you'll get it. You can then go into here and just change it to small and you'll get the small one. And then you can place armor and everything on it like so. And yeah, it looks pretty cool. However, if you were to then want to add also an arms to it, you can do the same thing. After the one, however, add a comma and then put show arms :1, hit enter, and then you'll have the small one with arms. So then you can put weapons on it, and yeah, it looks so cool. I really like it. Look, he looks awesome. Look at him. So yeah, they do always look better with arms. Kind of sword he kind of can't hold the sword properly because he's little. Maybe he has to hold it under his arm because it's too heavy for him. But no, it looks so cool. Okay, so next we're going to show you how to make the invisible one. It's exactly the same again, however just change the small to invisible. So there we go, and then it is actually here, you can't see it, but if you right click in that area about, you will then be able to add your stuff to it. So there we go. And then again, if you wanted to, if we can try and delete it, okay, maybe we're never going to be able to delete that. Let's just move him down the hole. Okay, so yeah, if you want to be able to make, then you can then add them all together. So see, we have the small arms, and we can also add invisible, and then :1, enter that, and then okay, for some reason that didn't work. Okay, so you're going to make sure that there's the capital. So there we go. To make it with invisible, you need small, show arms, and then invisible. Make sure the capital letters are there, and then as you can see, it's invisible. It does also have an arm, so we can give it a sword. The only problem with the invisible is if you lose it or you don't know where you put it, then you'll never literally be able to find it again. But it's still pretty cool, and for some reason I can't manage to delete them, which is a bit odd. Okay, so the next one we're going to show you how to make them not full. So as you can see, normally you place an armor stand like these ones. If I was to delete the blocks underneath it, it would fall. Oops. Yeah, they would then fall. However, if you want one not to fall, so you want it to hold its position, do the same command again. However, it needs to say NoGravity. Then hit enter. There we go. So now if we delete the blocks underneath it, it will stay floating. So there we go. It's pretty cool. Just delete them all just to show. And yeah, so that's cool if it works. I'm not sure why you'd necessarily want it to not fall, but I'm sure people can think of reasons. So yeah. Okay, so then the last thing is the poses. So as you can see here, these guys are kind of they're looking down at an angle, and their leg is up like as if they're marching, one with a sword, one without. So I'll show you guys how to make this. So what you want to do is you want to do /summon again, where you can actually take the previous one we used. So there we go. However, what we want to do instead of NoGravity is to add pose. We then want to have the :, and then we want to have another one of these inside with the squiggly brackets, and then this is where we choose what part of the body we want to kind of manipulate. So let's do the left leg. So we want to type in left leg, make sure you have capital letters. You then want to add a colon and then kind of a square bracket, and then this is where you kind of have to think about what angle you want them at. So there's 3 different numbers which you have to put in, which is X, Y and Z. So let's just put, say, 150 F, and then let's just have 0 and 0 for the next ones. So make sure you have to put F after each number. So there we go, and then finish off with a square bracket and then another squiggly bracket, and then if we hit enter we will then have that, and there we go. That's because of the angle, that is where the leg is at. So kind of you have to mess with it a lot. It's cool because when you put armor on it, the armor will kind of attach to it, and if you really want to be that cheeky you can look down the leg. But yeah, so it's cool. There's that the armor kind of still will fit it perfectly, which is great. But say you didn't like that, you want to have a little mess around with the numbers, you could then try add maybe 60 there, make that 300, and then hit enter, and then kind of there we go. So you see it's coming out a weird angle there. It's like he's doing a little bit of some dance thing, but it does look cool, and I'm sure like with a lot of time you can kind of make them look awesome. So then again, if you want to add additional things, simply after the square bracket add a comma, and then you can add, say if you want to do the say you want to do head, then head, you can then do the same again, so you can put like 67 F, 100 F, 34. I'm kind of just adding random numbers. I'm not a clue what it's going to look like, and then finish it off with the square bracket. Hit enter. Oh god. Oh, okay. So this is a problem. See, as I didn't add the colon after head, you got to make sure you add that, otherwise it will not work. So there we go. Now the head is kind of looking down on his shoulder as well. Looks more like a bit of a dance now, which is cool. I do like it, but. Okay, so we're going to keep the same pose as before. However, as you can see here, I've added, so after the first squiggly bracket, if you add kind of show arms 1 or invisible or small or anything like that, it will create the same thing but with arms or small. So there we go. And then you could also manipulate each arm by doing left arm, right arm, but the only problem is like eventually you can no longer write. So there we go, we wouldn't actually be able to write much more. We could probably make it small as well here. So let's just make it small. And then you have a small one doing exactly the same thing, which is cool. But after kind of that point, because we can't no longer add them, you have to use a command block. So you can see down here we've kind of got one just kind of jumped up in the air, but we can kind of add more to that. So we can then, after these brackets here, if we added show arms, then we could do it again. Let's quickly delete that one and toggle that switch on the command block, and then hopefully that should drop out. Oh, sorry, I have to make sure I have a comma there because it's after the next one. So there we go. If we add that, then it's got arms as well. These arms seem to have actually kind of moved with it, and actually, well, I might have added a left arm. Okay, I've added a left arm command there at 90 degrees, which is cool. So if we were to change that to -90, I think negatives do work. Let's quickly test it. Let's delete this. There we go. This going forward, so you can. So it's kind of, yeah, it's really cool. You just got to pretty much mess with it. However, once you get to a point and you want to add loads of stuff onto it, you will have to go about using a command block. So if you want to get a command block, it's just / give your player name, then simply just type in command _ block, and then you'll get given a command block. So but you need to have cheats enabled for that, but to be fair, to do any of the commands here you need to have cheats enabled. So yeah, that is pretty much it from me. The rest, I will have all of the commands pretty much like I use. I'll type all of this up into the description below, all of the other commands to do each one in the description. So if you're getting confused or you're struggling, then you can just kind of copy and paste that and then work with that. It should help you out a lot. Yeah, so it's really cool anyway. I hope you guys did enjoy this, found this useful or helpful, and if you are confused about anything, then please just leave a comment in the comment box. I'll do my best to get back to every single comment, like always. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this, guys, and I hope it helped. Yeah, so please stay tuned for more, hit that subscribe button, and yeah, thanks for your time, and I'll see you next time. Bye.